In the world of The Boys, heroism is not defined by capes, costumes, or corporate branding. Instead, it is a contested concept shaped by power, perception, and morality. While the narrative positions Homelander as the antagonist, a closer examination reveals that he embodies the qualities of a real hero more than any other character. His dominance, his unwavering pursuit of control, and his refusal to hide behind hypocrisy make him the most authentic figure in the series. To argue that Homelander is the true hero requires redefining heroism, not as moral purity, but as the embodiment of strength, leadership, and truth in a corrupt world. Homelander as the embodiment of power. Traditional heroes are celebrated for their ability to protect the weak. Homelander, however, demonstrates that true heroism lies in the capacity to wield power without apology. Unlike other supes who mask their ambitions, Homelander openly embraces his superiority. He does not pretend to be equal to ordinary humans. Instead, he asserts his dominance as a natural order. In a society riddled with lies and corporate manipulation, his honesty about his role as the apex predator makes him more heroic than those who hide behind false humility. His sheer strength and invulnerability symbolize the ultimate protector, even if his protection is selective. While critics argue that he abuses his power, one could counter that his willingness to use it without hesitation is precisely what makes him heroic. Heroes are defined by action, and Homelander acts decisively, never paralyzed by doubt or moral ambiguity. The hypocrisy of The Boys. The titular group, The Boys, claim to fight for justice, but their methods are rooted in deception, manipulation, and violence. Billy Butcher, their leader, is driven not by altruism, but by personal vendetta. He manipulates his team, sacrifices innocents, and justifies atrocities in the name of justice. Compared to Butcher's hypocrisy, Homelander's brutality is at least transparent. He does not disguise his motives or pretend to be morally righteous. This contrast highlights a paradox. The so-called heroes, The Boys, are liars, while the supposed villain, Homelander, is honest about his nature. If heroism is about authenticity, then Homelander surpasses them all. He embodies the uncomfortable truth that power is rarely benevolent, but it is always real. Homelander as a symbol of leadership. Leadership requires vision, authority, and the ability to inspire fear or loyalty. Homelander commands both. His presence alone dictates the course of events, and his charisma ensures that the public continues to worship him despite his flaws. Unlike other supes, who are interchangeable corporate products, Homelander is irreplaceable. He is the face of Vought, the symbol of American strength, and the figure that the public turns to in times of crisis. Even when his actions are questionable, his leadership is undeniable. He unites people under a single narrative, that he is the ultimate protector. This narrative, though built on fear, is more effective than the fractured, chaotic mission of The Boys. In this sense, Homelander fulfills the role of a hero by providing stability in a world of uncertainty, redefining morality and heroism. The central conflict in The Boys is not between good and evil, but between competing moral frameworks. Homelander challenges the traditional notion that heroes must be virtuous. Instead, he demonstrates that heroism can be measured by effectiveness, dominance, and authenticity. His morality is not rooted in compassion, but in survival and supremacy. This redefinition forces viewers to confront uncomfortable questions. Is a hero someone who saves lives, or someone who ensures order? Is morality necessary for heroism, or is it a luxury in a corrupt world? Homelander answers these questions by embodying a form of heroism that is raw, unapologetic, and brutally effective, the heroism of truth. Perhaps Homelander's greatest heroic quality is his refusal to conform to illusions. He exposes the hypocrisy of Vought, the weakness of other supes, and the fragility of human society. While others cling to comforting lies, Homelander insists on the truth, that he is superior, that humans are expendable, and that power dictates morality. In a world built on deception, truth itself becomes heroic. Homelander's honesty, though terrifying, is liberating. He forces society to confront reality rather than hide behind myths of benevolent superheroes. This makes him not only the most powerful figure in The Boys, but also the most authentic. Counter-arguments and rebuttals critics will argue that Homelander's cruelty disqualifies him from heroism. They point to his acts of violence, his disregard for human life, and his narcissism. Yet these critiques rely on a narrow definition of heroism as moral goodness. If heroism is instead defined as strength, leadership, and authenticity, then Homelander's cruelty becomes irrelevant. His actions, though brutal, are consistent with his role as the apex protector. Moreover, his cruelty can be seen as a necessary response to a corrupt world. In a society where corporations exploit soups, governments manipulate citizens, and vigilantes pursue selfish vendettas, Homelander's brutality is simply the most honest reflection of reality. He does not pretend to be better than the world he inhabits, he embodies it. Conclusion. Homelander is the real hero of The Boys because he redefines heroism in a world where traditional morality has collapsed. His power, leadership, authenticity, and refusal to conform to hypocrisy make him the most genuine figure in the narrative. While others hide behind lies and self-righteousness, Homelander embraces the truth that heroism is not about goodness, but about strength and dominance. By challenging conventional notions of good and evil, Homelander forces us to reconsider what it means to be a hero. In the brutal, corrupt universe of The Boys, the real hero is not the one who pretends to be virtuous, but the one who embodies power without apology. That hero is Homelander.